know that the Tinubu administration, or Tinubu's economic policy, what I call Tinubumetrics or uh, Agbadoism, is just simply a neoclassical uh, doctrine which is aimed at making the rich richer and making the poor poorer. Why do I say so? Watch this video.
You will recall that His Excellency granted duty or tariff, waivers last year for certain food items, to be imported into the country. And like rice, for example, brown rice, maize, wheat, sorghum. And at the time, food prices were really very high, as you mentioned, last year. For example, the price of rice was about 100,000 naira or thereabout, per 50 kilo bag. The wheat price was, or rather, flour was about 80,000 naira per bag, and maize was about 60,000 naira per 50 kilo bag, and pasta about 20,000 naira per carton. So what we did was we keyed into that policy, and BUA was able to import, quite a lot of wheat, maize, and rice. And the moment, the shipment started coming, we started processing. We crushed, the prices of some of these commodities. And today, I'm happy, to inform that the price of rice is about 60,000 naira from what it was last year of 110,000 naira. Flour is today 55,000 naira per 50 kilo bag. Maize about 30,000 naira. And this happened because of Mr. President's, foresight and vision, by introducing that one-off, duty waiver for a period of 6 months. And with that, we've been able to bring down the prices of these commodities. So what has...
Now that you have finished watching the video, you can see that in Nigeria we have a problem of food security which has been on now for so many years. The former president Muhammadu Buhari's administration came up with a policy that was aimed at improving our agricultural production so that we can feed ourselves, we'll be self-sufficient in food production and even export. And that during the course of that policy, we saw so many interventions from government to farmers that was aimed at boosting this food production. Nigeria attained self-sufficiency in rice production during that era. We became the largest producer of rice on the continent. But now, with the coming of the Tinubu administration, what the government did first was saying Nigeria doesn't have enough money to continue to subsidize fuel and also to subsidize the naira. So the government, on its day one, removed the fuel subsidy and also devalued the naira, which brought a very high level of inflation in the country, making food and other essential commodities very, very expensive. Now, instead of the government now to tackle that production aspect, which is to check the cost of production by, making farm inputs such as fertilizers, agrochemicals, and other aspects that we are making the production side of it very, very high. The government decided to give import waiver to cronies, already rich capitalists, to import cheaper grains from other parts of the world, thereby crashing the prices of food and grains in the country, which is okay, but at the expense of our millions of farmers who are working tirelessly without subsidies or without even support from the government. So you can see now this particular policy now has made uh, the likes of Buana richer. You can check his net worth, how it has increased within just this year alone. So you can see when I say Tinubumetrics is nothing but a capitalist system for the bourgeoisie and by the rich. This is what I mean.